This is where things start to unravel. The penultimate episode of The Bachelorette featured two hometown dates that went off without a hitch, and one that could unravel everything. Bachelorette Katie's first of 3 dates in Monday's episode is a Canadian-themed afternoon with Blake, still held at their New Mexico resort rather than his actual hometown to preserve the show's COVID bubble. Instead, he brings her a slice of Canada with moose heads, hockey and maple syrup shots. It's clear to anyone watching that these two have chemistry. Unfortunately, Greg is one of those people watching. He catches a glimpse of their date from his balcony, which triggers his concerns that Katie may have stronger relationships with other men. "I'm sick to my stomach," he says. "I understand that she's going to catch feelings for other guys, but it's hard to face those facts. Seeing her with Blake, she looks so happy, and it scared me." Date 2 is with Justin, who shows her some Baltimore sights, again, without ever leaving the hotel. Justin's family doesn't come to visit, as Blake's did. His mom is concerned about her son pursuing a serious relationship in such a short amount of time. Instead, two of his friends show up to meet Katie, and wonder why the couple hasn't exchanged "I love yous" yet. But ultimately they see a strong relationship between the two. Bachelorette contestant Justin Glaze apologizes for past ignorant and hurtful tweets. Greg reaches his breaking point. Greg is struggling at the beginning of his hometown date, Hess still reeling from seeing Katie on a date with another man. But Hess able to quell his anxieties for a sweet New Jersey-themed day of activities and a visit from his family, to whom he divulges his love for Katie. "I hate to use the word frontrunner, but Greg is someone who I have a strong connection with," Katie tells Greg's mom. "I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but Greg will be here next week." After their family visit, Greg tearfully reiterates his love for Katie. Has all in, and she does her best to express her feelings without dropping any L-bombs. She has vowed not to express love to any man while there are still others in the running. That's where things go south. Katie picks up on Greg's now detached body language, and they stumble through an awkward conversation about the process of working through multiple relationships to get to the engagement. Greg worries Katie doesn't understand how big a deal their relationship is to him and says he can't be at the end if it's not us. Katie makes a promise, but worries that Greg is losing trust in their relationship. "I'm not losing trust, I'm, like, losing my expletive here," he says. "I've never emptied my heart out to somebody like this before." Things are still rocky as Katie says goodnight and hops in the car. Greg remains confused about why she can't make her feelings more clear, especially when Hess laid out all his fears. "I told my mom that you were the one. When I expressed that to you, when I expressed that I do love you, I felt like I was telling that to a stranger," he tells her the next day. "You just completely dismissed it, in my eyes." Bachelorette star Katie Thurston talks Chris Harrison absence in her unexpected new season. Katie apologizes, but Greg is still adamant that she's putting up a wall and giving him surface-level responses rather than real feelings. "This is real life," he says. "This isn't like how you told me you already told my family I'm getting a rose this week." Expletive, the rose. "I don't give a expletive about the rose. I was just telling you that you filled a hole in my heart." "This is Greg's breaking point," he says. "I gave you everything, and I really hope you find something." Through tears, he reflects thinking Katie was the one for him but is now ready to go home, at which point the Bachelorette reaches her breaking point, too. "I'm shaking," she says. "I want to leave, if I'm being completely honest, because I just didn't see this happening. I was very clear the night you and I left that if you left, I was done. I'm losing you, I'm losing my mind here. This whole thing feels like it's for nothing if you leave." Greg says he deserves more than what Katie is giving him and isn't happy anymore. "I'm done here," he says before walking off and leaving Katie crying on the ground. She says she's done, too. The Bachelorette self-elimination shocker, very possible that my person just left. "How am I even supposed to move forward with any of this?" she asks co-host Caitlin, sobbing in her hotel bathroom. "There's no way I can get him back. I am just so blindsided right now. Today I am heartbroken and defeated." She continues, "I really feel like I shouldn't be here. Michael left. Greg left. And at this point, the confidence and strength I thought I had is destroyed." "I want someone to book my flight home," Katie confides to Caitlin. Will she finish the process? A teaser for next week's season finale promises a development that will change everything. Bachelorette co-hosts Shia Adams, Caitlin Bristow on father figure Chris Harrison's exit.